Hello and welcome to Tech Hive. Uh, Today's video is about installing Android operating system on Windows. Basically, it's not only on Windows. This method is applicable for any other platforms other than the Windows. Basically, we are going to install a lightweighted tool called as Genymotion for this purpose. So just go to your browser and search for the Genymotion download. It will take you to the official website of the Genymotion. So here you will find a Genymotion for the personal edition. Personal edition is actually free for anyone to learn about what exactly this virtual device is and what we can do with it. So you just needs to logged in with your credentials to the Genymotions and just gets downloaded uh, with one of these options. One is with VirtualBox and without VirtualBox. What it does, the difference has. Uh, VirtualBox is actually the virtual machines where you can deploy your virtual machines, and the Genymotion is actually a platform where you can choose any of the virtual device available through them. So basically, these are two different applications and works with together. So for the VirtualBox, I do already have installed it. So as I can type virtual, here you can see the VirtualBox right here, which is provided by the Oracle. So I go with the without VirtualBox options here. If you don't have the VirtualBox, don't get just disturbed. If you go with the VirtualBox options, it will install the VirtualBox first, and then it install for the Genymotions. So and installing the VirtualBox is pretty similar as you installed any basic exe applications on your Windows. So the download is just started, and it may take around 7 minutes, it's saying, but we consider it as 10 minutes. Meanwhile, we just get to back the Genymotion. What exactly the Genymotion is? Genymotion is a virtual device which is lightweighted and pretty much popular with the Android developers. The Android developers actually use these devices to just get test their applications with different devices and the screen sizes as what their development is going in a correct way or not, as they usually gets shortened with the physical devices. So it's just the option. So the application is downloaded, so click on it. It will launch the installer with the Windows, and the publisher is Genie Mobiles, like, and just click on a run to start it. Yes. Here it gives the dialogue to choose the languages. So go with the English and click OK. It will choose for the it will ask for the creating a desktop shortcuts or not. I just go with the desktop shortcuts and click next and install now. Now it's installing. It's takes few seconds usually, and also install some dependencies like Visual Studios and something. These are dependencies for the virtual machines that we are about to install. Yes, the installation is about finished. Yes, now just launch the Genymotion. Here is the launch screen of it. Yes, I just minimize the browser so that you can see the full launch screen. It's pretty awesome and looking cute. Yes, here is what it's showing, the new with the Genymotion with new versions, what exactly the new features they have given. As you can see here, I do have already one device installed here, but if you want to install any device, you can go with the ads and choose with the various options they have just provided. But for this video, I'm going to delete this existing device and go with the fresh device installation so that you can get the better ideas. As you can see here, we do have pretty much options with Android versions. starting from Android 4.1.1 to 8.0. You can choose any version of the Android. As I go with the Android 8.0 as it provides me the latest one. And on the right hand side with the device models, you can see all the device models available in the market, with, starting from the Google Nexus to the Samsung's, HTC, Sony, likewise. Not going to deep in decision what device should I take or not. I just randomly picked up on any device. First one is Google Nexus 5X, and the descriptions is here, system versions are here. It's basically giving you the basic configurations that the virtual device will have. So memory size is 2 GB, so I will go just with it. And number of CPUs is also pretty good, it's 4. So I just click next, and it's asked for the virtual device name. You can rename it or just keep what the name is actually the default name is. And it's asked for do not download the new version and use the old version of the local cache. If you have already downloaded the virtual devices, you don't need it, but recently I just deleted it, so I just freshly download it. For downloading the virtual device, it took some time as the size is around 350 megabyte. So till now I just paused the video, and yes, the download is finished. It's checking for the files. The checking of file is just for confirmation, like you have downloaded all the files correctly or not. It will eventually give the error if any mistakes has happened while downloading. It's based on your network. While frequently it should not get disturbed, it must be a continuous one, so it gets downloaded all the files perfectly. Now it's deploying the virtual machines. It's similar like you do have ISO, and you just install it through your virtual CD drive to your virtual device. If you have done it already, you better know it. It's like installing the new OS on your blank or empty hard drive, as you can imagine it also. It's similar like, so it's deploying the same device for you. Just wait for that all the configurations gets done. As the virtual device gets deployed, we can just go and just need to run it so that we can use it as same as the physical device, physical Android device we do use. So it's taking actually pretty much extra time. It shows actually like yes, it's done with the device deployment with no errors. Here you can see the Nexus 5 with the Android version 8.0, that is API level 26 is installed. So you can run it right by clicking on the start button. Sorry. Yes, this is what the virtual devices look like. In the middle, it's showing the Android screen. So it is like startup page. Basically, it's a default bundle or default the OS. It's not customized anyways. So it's showing just Android. Here on the right side, you can see the basic menu bar that gives the options similar like the Android device provides. It's not like you just use these only. You can use from the virtual ones also. Like if you drag the notifications, you can use the notification settings. Oops, sorry, not for the accessibility. I'm looking for the system. So go one more down, and this is system. go to about phone to check the just configurations we just chosen are right here. So these are the configuration 8.0 Android and whatever we have just chosen while installing or deploying our virtual machines. These are pretty simple and easiest way to install. The settings is also showing as physical device shows. So you can do anything that you do with your physical device. Like you can type here with the physical keyboard, or you can type here with the virtual keyboard. Even means you do have an options with for your application test also, like this ones. So you can choose for in search for any application like camera, or you can choose it from the menu provided right here, just cameras. So yes, here you needs to just connect your webcam, or if you have a laptop camera to this virtual device. It's pretty simple. You need to go it and configure it through these VirtualBox settings. So you can click any picture using your physical camera right here. It also provides all the options that's provided with the Google Nexus 5. Similar options are available right here. And yes, you can have the soft keys also right here, and similar options you do have on the menu bars also, like this recent is this from the soft key. You can see all the recent options, and if you choose from the menu like here, you can go with the recent key. So this is all about deploying the virtual device on your Windows operating system. These methods can also be used for any other operating system that you have. You just need to go with the virtual devices for or the virtual machines available for that operating system, and you can do pretty much same things, exact same thing we can say with this virtual device that you performs with your physical devices. Similarly, you do have one power button over here. If you clicked on it, it just locked your device, and if you just click on it and press long for it's just show you the power buttons, power options, the power off and restart. So you can power off too from here. So device gets power off. Right. So I hope you have just cleared with all the installation steps. If you don't, just comment it. I will answer it definitely. And if you have any other queries also other than this also or with this also, you can comment those out. I will answer for those. So with the Genymotions, for more you can go with the abouts, and you can check what license you do have. Right, you have a personal license, and you have some Genymotions universal unique identity, and you can follow them for the from the social media. And if you do have query about this also, first go for the help. It will take you to the Genymotions documentations, and here you may find the answers to your questions. But if you don't, just don't worry about it. Just comment those so that I can answer those also. So just hope you will enjoy this video and the new installation steps. That's all for the today's video. So thank you guys for listening the video, and enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe.